Hey guys, welcome back. My name is Empress and welcome back to True Healing Success. Today's topic is 10 reasons why immature people are the worst. Okay? I want to break it down because I think we are dealing with a lot of immaturity. Okay? Younger women feel like getting with older guys is the way to go because they're supposed to be more mature. That's a lie. Older women getting with younger guys because they feel whatever they need for. That's a lie. Okay. I don't care what age that the men or women is at the moment or soon to be or whatever. It's all about the mental. So that's why I felt like no matter what age you are, no matter, what comes out your mouth, if you're not mature, it can be the worst for a lot of people. Myself, yourself, and everybody else, and children to come. So I feel like everyone needs to start learning these things within themselves so that that way they can fix it. You don't have to sit there just thinking, oh, this is how I am. No, that's what you was taught, but you can also change. So I'm gonna stop talking and I'm going to bring out my number one reason why immature people are the worst. The first reason is impulse, or shall I say, impulsivity. People's, and this is what gets me because people look at me and they'll say, oh, well, you still shop at the Goodwill, you still shop at Walmart, you still shop at whatever little cheap store, whatever. For one, I don't care what I get. I don't care where I buy it at. Okay. If I need some underclothes, I will find. If I need a shirt, I will find. But my bank account looks nice. My savings look nice. So with a person who's impulsive, they tend to buy the most expensive things, knowing that they can't afford it. You'll buy a house but then didn't look at how you pay for it. Just because you had this amount of income coming in, you didn't look at all your bills to see if you can maintain that home. You got superstars and stuff that spend all their money on all this show business, okay? And then they have nothing else to show for it. So they constantly got to keep on going and going. Like it is time consuming and it is an energy waster. Let's just say that, make that very clear. Okay. So when you have a person who's basically making decisions without considering anything, that's a red flag. Don't do that. That's a no no. Okay. You don't want to be with nobody that's like that because they don't have the best interests at heart for you. And if y'all are a person that plan things, it's not going to work because what they think and what you think is totally different. So again, that is a red flag. Make sure that the person you with is very considerate of what needs to be done and what needs to be paid. Two, self-centeredness. Prioritizing somebody's needs above other people. Feeling like, well, I'm gonna do what I want to do. It's all about me. I don't care what y'all have to say about it. Stuff like that. It tends to become a bit much. It's just like the person, all they care about is their own desires. They don't have a thought to feel about how other people feel, whether it's hurtful. Like it just don't care. Like they could say something like, "Did you really just say that?" They're like, "Yeah, that's how I felt." That's a red flag. For one, you should always have respect for yourself, and you should always know what's coming out your mouth. I was always told sometimes I need to be quiet because when I get upset, I just have everything that just come out. And I used to say some hurtful things. Well, that took years of practicing. Okay. And I'm still getting better. Okay. Every day I help my clients. Like I said, I am a life coach. Every day I help my clients. I see that it's something even bigger within myself, or I can see where I have grown over the years, but thank you. I have not been a self-centered person. The third one is a lack of accountability. If they can't own up to what they did wrong, or they can't hold themselves accountable for things that has happened or things that they caused, that's a red flag. How can you see yourself with the person, whether it's boyfriend, girlfriend, mom or dad or whoever, if they can't ever own up to what they did wrong. And today's world, 2024, a lot of people do not like to accept accountability for nothing that they do. I mean, nothing. Okay. They can do something right in your face and say, I didn't do it, or I did it because you, and you the reason why I did it. So you wrong because you made me do it. So I put the gun in your hand and made you shoot that person. No. I think that is a poor trait of a person, because a person is supposed to be honest. If you're going to say something or do something, stand on it. Don't do something and then hide your hand like as if you didn't do anything. That don't make sense. And that's not showing that you are very mature, because obviously you are very immature. Um, the fourth one is poor communication. If you do not know how to express your emotions, then that can hinder you, because it can lead to a whole lot of negative emotions, fighting, cussing a person out, you know, doing something spiteful, because you can't voice how you feel. And another thing I'm basically trying to say is, I'm trying to figure out how to put this in a right way. Expressing your feelings, that will take you so much further in life than not expressing yourself, or expressing yourself in a hurtful or harmful manner. The reason why I say that is because growing up, I was not used to expressing myself. You know, I always tend to think about the what ifs, and not expressing myself, that caused people to run over me, like, with no thought. I'm thinking I'm helping, and no. So by me not being able to really express myself, that was just a really big thing. That was a really, really big thing that I had to learn after my 20s. And once I learned that after my 20s, it's like, no, I'll always express myself. Please don't do this. I don't like this. If you don't do this, then I'm going to do this. You know what I'm saying? Like, I really had to voice, and it started making me feel better about who I am and what I need to say to stand up for myself. So if you are the person with poor communication, for one, it's not going to work out, because they can express themselves. They don't know how. And if a person don't know how, then how are we supposed to fix it? Because you won't ever tell me what I need to do to fix it. And that can go for your parents again. You can have a mother and dad situation where you don't speak to one of them because the communication. But I do feel that it's best to start speaking, call them on the phone, and say, hey, this is something that I always wanted to talk to you about, but I didn't know how. So can I say how I feel and you say how you feel? And let's be done with it. Because at the end of the day, 2014 is still going to continue, whether you hear or not. I'm just making it very clear. So again, the fourth one is poor communication. The fifth one is emotional instability. Are you a person that every little thing pisses you off? Can you say, I'm a person that I have to be right about everything? Can I say that I'm a person that every time a person opens their mouth, if it's not what I want to hear, then I get upset? So again, if you are those type of people, then maybe you have to start to change. I want to tell you guys about a little situation that I just ran into this weekend. My niece and them had came down, and she brought a friend with her, which was her child's dad. And I've noticed everything she said, it seemed like it kind of pissed him off. And he wanted to make her seem like she was just like this worst person in the world, but then turn around and act like he's there to save her. It was a good show to watch, but it was like a whole bunch of foolery along the way. So what I've noticed is, again, everything she did, it seemed like it became a problem to him. And instead of him stating how he felt before they got to my house, he held it in. This is my first time meeting. I don't know nothing about this boy, no nothing. So, and my niece don't live in this state. She said in another state. But what I did notice is he could not control his emotions. He felt the need to blurt whatever he felt came to his mind. And the way it came out, I'm like, huh? Like, repeat that. So when a person is emotionally unstable, it plays a part in the person that you are being or performing within this time, whether it's a 10 year span, a 3 year span, if you don't get fixed. So looking at how he just kept on wanting her to be wrong about everything, and everything was about him, and when she started speaking, he just started cutting her off. I just started noticing these issues that I'm like, so she didn't see that it was an issue, or I would say a minor issue, until now they done had a baby together. And now it's even bigger. Good thing they're not together. They just had to come and handle some situations. But I'm just looking like, he react to everything. And I had to tell her, did you sit back and see the way he reacted to everything? Do you understand that if you react to everything a person say to you or about you, then you fall right into their game? But if you sit back when a person is lying on you or yelling at you or whatever, and you just sit back and you just be quiet and you pay attention, do you understand how much power you just gained and how bad the other person that's going irate is making themselves look? I have to learn that, and still going back and forth. I got a lot better, but I still go back and forth with myself like, should you say something or this is the time you be quiet? So I basically taught my niece within this weekend. There's a lot of times you sit back and be quiet. And that's what she learned this weekend. So basically being emotional and not knowing how to handle it, that's not a good thing. And the reason why I say that's too is because at the end of this weekend, since he was emotionally unstable, he ended up getting locked up, traveling back home. You know what I'm saying? Due to wherever, when you're traveling through these states, if you're not familiar with the place, you don't want to be acting crazy. So again, by him not knowing how to handle his immaturity, it ended up getting him locked up. And I thought that was very stupid because I'm just like looking at our young people, ones my age or younger or older, because like I said, it's really not a age limit to being mature. It's just the wisdom behind your carry. You get what I'm saying? So just looking at how he really carried himself this weekend, I'm just like, oh my goodness, I have to push this out there that we have to get better. Like, how about we start to search the beings of ourselves, So like it was crazy. It was crazy, but thank the Father, everybody's okay. And number 6 is a person who's inconsiderate, a person who's never, ever, ever thinking about anybody else but themselves, a person who don't like to share, a person who you can do something for them and they don't feel the need to do nothing bad. So they always tend to ignore other people's feelings, what other people have going on, just the needs of others. They don't care about anything. That is a red flag. Do not be with someone who's inconsiderate. They won't ever think about you. I don't care how much time you put into them, you will not get that time back from them. Let's just make that clear. Been there, done that, won't do it again. I don't care how beautiful this person is. I don't care if this person have money. Yeah, they will use money, but at the end of the day, you like, for one, it probably was just a trick to get you closer to them. You know what I'm saying? Because you have something that they want. No, we're not doing that. No inconsiderate people. Number 7, a person that gossips. That is the wrong thing to do. If you're with a male or a female who likes to gossip, please, 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 I'll let you know. That's not gonna last unless you like to gossip because you only be around people that's like you. Gossiping is hurtful and is nothing attractive. I cannot be with a guy, and I'm hoping that you, yes, I said you, can't be with anybody who's not attractive. You get, I mean, yeah, and attractive in a positive light. Because at the end of the day, gossiping is not attractive. I don't want to wake up to a guy telling me, yeah, baby, so and so said this and so said this. But I'm thinking, like, it's okay if you come to me every now and then with something that has happened. But for you to just come and start gossiping, I'm going to look at you like, my guy, I don't even do it. So I don't want to hear it. So, with that being said, the number 8 thing is a person who avoids conflict. I mean, I apologize. I messed that one up. The number 8 thing is a person who always into conflict. A person who loves to argue, who likes to fight, who will pick a fight about just because this guy gave me a plastic spoon and I don't have a regular spoon, and it's because he's racist and I'm black. And now I'm taking this all over the restaurant, you know, oh, you racist because you give me a plastic spoon, but you don't think I'm good enough. And then a person just sitting there looking like, now is it really that serious? You know? And you like, no, baby, it's okay. You know how you got my spoon. Nah, I don't want your spoon. I want this right here. You know what I'm saying? To bring me my spoon. Like just somebody who's just going crazy and overly irate. You know what I'm saying? Like if you can't be a woman or a man to be strong enough to help people get out of situations or calm situations down, then 9 times out of 10 is a red flag because that person like to fight. And if anything, they probably even fight you. So you just avoid that thing right there. Please don't let nobody push you to any situations that's uncomfortable or a person who's a hothead. That's what I'll call it. A person that's a hothead. Leave them people where they are. They don't need to come with you. The number 9 thing that makes a person immature and makes them a worst person ever is the lack of, well, I wouldn't even say the lack of, just handling criticism. An immature person thinks that criticism is just always bad. They don't understand that you have good criticism and you have bad criticism. The good criticism is telling you something that will enhance your life from that day forward. Okay. The bad criticism is just something that's just hurtful. You're like, why did that person tell me that? Because they hate something like that. But if you have a person or you're with a person or you've seen a person or been around a person that somebody give them criticism to help them and they take everything bad and now they make it about that person hate them or that person don't like them. For one, to me, is a show and I just be watching. But to a lot of people that's very immature, they tend to they know that they have a lot of feelings that they want to fix, but they don't know how. So when another person is telling them something that they already know or something that they want to fix but don't know how, it tends to piss them off. So that's a red flag right there because if you are an older person or a mature person, I wouldn't even say older, I would just say mature. If you are a mature person, you should want criticism from people who's very positive, who's doing something with their lives that can better help you. Because I mean, I'm in business and you think everybody tell me things that I want to hear, it's things that I don't even know. People can think that they just being mean and I'm like, oh, well, I guess they told me, huh? And then I get on Google, what's this about or what's this? And you know what I'm saying? Until I figure out what it was, I'm like, dang, they said that's so bad to me. But okay, I got it now. So sometimes you like, dang, you could have said it different, but okay, I bet next time I see you, I got you. So it's like you want to always challenge yourself, you know, and you don't want people that can't help you grow. So again, if they can accept criticism, whether it's on business, whether it's a job, whether it's in their personal life, whether it's spiritual, whatever it is, sometimes or a lot of times, if it's coming from a right place, that criticism help you grow. Because again, that's part of business that taught me how to be more bold, upfront, clear, and make sure I get what I want. So again. And for the tenth thing is the short-term distractions that leads to the long-term achievements. So if you have someone who they got so many plans and don't get nothing done, or they always telling you what they want to do and don't put the foot forward to move, or they can promise you all these things and they start working on one thing just to make it seem like they are about what they talk about, but in actuality they are not. Or the type of person who, when y'all are together, they act like they're about business, but when y'all not together, they do nothing. That is a red flag. You don't want that, because those people are not reliable, they're not responsible, and they are still immature. How would that help you in your life? When you're trying to decide the type of husband or wife you want, or you're trying to decide, let's just say business partners, how can you make sure things is going to happen? Because some things can happen to you. And then if something happens to you, who's going to have your back? So long-term focus is a good goal to get you from here to here. But if you don't use this long term to stretch out into something that's going to make sure that you're well protected in the futures to come, then it's a waste of time. Because a lot of people can say a lot of things, but if they're not doing what they need to do to make sure that they are stable in life, is a waste of time. So, with that being said, you guys, I'm going to go back over my 10 reasons why immaturity is basically the worst. Okay. And why immature people are the worst. And why we just have to do away with the immaturity and only accept it or make it exceptional for the kids and the children that should be immature because they're children and kids. So if you feel that you are a grown adult, start acting like one, start moving like one, and help other people along the way. Because the less immature people we have, that's adults, the better the world become. Let the kids be the kids, let the adults be the adults. So number one, it was impulsiveness. Number two was self-centered. Number three was a lack of accountability. Number four was poor communication. Number five was emotional stability. Number six was being inconsiderate. Number seven, always gossiping. Number eight, make sure you avoid conflict. Number nine, making sure you can handle criticism. And 10, making sure that your short term goals stretch out to help with your long term goals, not just someone who think short term. Because again, if you think in short term, then you will never amount to nothing because you are looking at today or tomorrow and not what's happening for the generations to come. So I advise you guys, please, 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 please pass this video around, like, share, and subscribe. And I'm so horrible with saying like, share, and subscribe. If y'all like me, y'all like seeing this beautiful face, then like, share, and subscribe because I want this message to go around, around, around. And I want you guys to help me. Make sure, I don't even care if y'all send it to people and say, just like the video, just share, just subscribe. I don't care what y'all say. But hopefully for the next generations to come or this generation, whoever will love to hear me, that y'all love my videos and help me get better, do better. So that way I can really spread the words and my sound and my voice and everything through the world like I would love to do. So I appreciate you guys for staying true to True Healing Success on my day ones. So I'm going to end it here and say y'all have a great day. And make sure y'all like these videos. Maybe they hear or here. Like, share, and subscribe, and y'all have a great day. Empress is out.